Hello friends, welcome. This is GST 2 class, and here we are going to start with unit number 1, that is GST rates according to RCO syllabus. So in this video we are understanding what is this zero rating and zero rating of exemptions. This is what we are going to cover in today's class, and these three things, that is exemption and lower rate of tax for certain items such as food and healthcare, abatements, that is deductions, and GST structure rates. Right, these three things we will cover in the next video, but in this video we are going to cover these two. So introduction, as you know, GST, it was introduced in India on 1st July 2017. Let us skip this. Under GST, goods and services are taxed at following rates. Okay, these are the 5 slabs: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. These are the 5 slabs in the GST given by the Act. Okay, but there are 2 special slabs for rough diamond, that is 0.25%, and gold 3%. Right, gold is taxed at 3% and rough diamond is taxed at 0.25%, because again making charges will cover 18% rate of tax. That will make diamond even more precious item. In addition, a cess of 15% or other rates on top of 28%, GST applies on few items like aerated drinks, luxury cars, and tobacco products. Now government sees these things, aerated drinks, luxury cars, and tobacco products, as luxury things, and because you are purchasing these things, you are a wealthy person, and therefore you should pay higher taxes. Right, this is little step towards progressive taxation. Usually, as we know, indirect tax is GST is regressive tax. Regressive tax. Try to understand these things, these words, right? Next, concept of zero rating. Section 2 of 47 defines exempt supplies. This section of CGST Act 2017. Okay, exempted supply includes these three things: nil rated supply will be exempt, zero rated supply will be exempt, and exemption as given by notification from the CBIC, that is Central Board for Indirect Taxes and Customs. Right, so section 2 of 47 includes this zero rated supply. Try to understand this. And this what is this zero rated supply? Zero rated supply means any of the following supplies of goods or services or both, namely export of goods or services or both, and or they have given supply of goods or services or both to a SEZ, that is Special Economic Zone developer, or a SEZ unit. So if you are either SEZ developer or a SEZ unit, you are actually supplying zero rated supply. Who says this? IGST Act says this, not CGST. IGST Act section 16 of 1, they have defined what is this zero rated supply. Right, IGST is integrated GST. This is where if any supply is being taken place between two different states, then IGST is applicable, as you know. Also, if you are making export or import, then also IGST is applicable, not CGST and SGST. You know this. Now if you consider this SEZ and SEZ developer and SEZ unit, we will assume that the GST Act assumes that you are actually exporting something. If you are supplying goods to the SEZ unit or SEZ developer, then GST Act considers that you are exporting to some other country. We consider SEZ as some country in some other place, not within India. This is because we want to develop these SEZs. We want to facilitate SEZ activities. Hope this is understood. This is the definition. Explanation. See, explanation is given. There are two aspects of any supply: input and output. By saying zero rated supply, we mean output supply is zero rated and not input supplies. This is something interesting. Right, we are considering zero rated supply means output supply will be zero rated and not input supplies. So suppose SEZ, you are working in a SEZ, and if you are taking something from the outside, then that will be input supply, be that good or services. And from SEZ, if you are giving something outside, then that will be considered as export, and that is zero rated because you are giving it outside. This is output supply, and therefore it will be considered as zero rated supply, but not input services. So what SEZ have to do is that while taking input supplies, they have to pay GST back to the government. Understanding? While purchasing those goods and services, they have to pay the taxes, SEZ units, and therefore whatever taxes they have paid, once if they make uh, output supply, all those taxes which they have already paid will be given back to the SEZ by the government. This is what is being done since 2017 when IGST Act was implemented. Hope this is understood. Thus, any zero rated supply is not 100% zero rated because we only consider output, not input. GST charges will be a cost to the supplier. Therefore, the concept of zero rating will work to reduce the burden on supplier and encourage more of such supplies. This is what you have to understand. Example is given. Let us suppose Mobile Enterprises manufactures mobile in Delhi and exports it to other countries. So this example is other than SEZ that we have just discussed. As we know, all exports are considered as zero rated supply. Thus, on exports, output supply, whatever that Mobile Enterprises is doing, the manufacturer will not be charged any GST considering that it is zero rated, as it is covered under section 2 of 47 of CGST Act. And what is that section 2 of 47? That is exempt supply. It includes zero rated supply, right? This is how you have to understand. Now consider this. However, Mobile Enterprises has to pay GST on all input goods and input services employed during the manufacturing of the product, that is mobile. So Delhi, in Delhi, we have this Mobile Enterprises, right? Whatever input they have taken, they have to pay taxes, right? What can be the input? Goods or services can be raw materials, diodes, battery. These are all goods. Okay, raw materials, diodes, battery, plastic, speakers, mic, etc. Input services can be labor, technical and or skilled persons, wages, works contract. All these are input services. All these input goods and input services are charged, and GST has to be paid by Mobile Enterprises because they are input supplies. Further, after exporting, all the GST paid will be credited back to the payer by the government in form of input tax credit. So after exporting, all the GST which is paid by this Mobile Enterprises, all that will be credited back to the payer. Who will pay? Government will pay back to you because you have paid the taxes to the government. Now government will give it back to you in form of input tax credit in the credit ledger of GST payer. Now if you don't want credit, if you want cash, you have to give the application and get it refunded in cash. How to do that? We will see it in the refund chapter. That is the last chapter in GST subject. Please note. So hope this is understood. This is the example. Concept of zero rating essentially requires zero taxes to be paid by the supplier. It means you have to file returns, zero returns, but you don't have to pay anything because automatically it will show zero tax to be paid. But filing returns is compulsory. If you don't file the returns, you will not get any credit. There is no limit. Second point, there is no limit on input credit taking on any input supplies for making zero rated supplies. See, Mobile Enterprises, there is no limit. You can take as much as inputs as possible, right? IGST Act says this. There is no limit. You can take as much as input goods or services possible. All that taxes you have paid all that taxes will be credited back to you because you are exporting. Understanding, Delhi Enterprises is exporting, consider this, mobile, and exports it to other countries. And because you are exporting, government thinks that you are a very good boy, you are doing a very noble job because you are exporting. Also, you are helping government in making balance of payment in a positive note. Hope you are understanding this, right? So to achieve these objectives, following steps are to be taken. This is given in IGST Act. I'm just referring it. The taxes paid on the supplies which are zero rated are refunded. So government has to see, these objectives are for the government, not for the uh, taxpayers. Taxes paid on the supplies which are zero rated are to be refunded. Government has to refund it. And the credit of inputs or input services are allowed. The credit has to be allowed, because if you do not allow the credit to flow, then how can you give the refund? You will understand this point better when we discuss about input tax credit in coming videos. Wherever the supplies are exempted or the supplies are made without the payment of tax, the taxes paid on the inputs or input services, that is the unutilized input tax credit, is refunded. Now there is a point in the input tax credit chapter. This is a separate chapter, unit number 3 for you people, for BCom 6th semester RCU. Separate chapter for input tax credit, and we are learning this from CGST Act, right? Section 16 to section 21. We'll see this all later, but try to understand that there is a one point where you are, if you are making exempted supplies, then you are not going to get any credit. Now what they say, what they mean to say, exempt supply is different than zero rated supply, and because you are making zero rated supply, credit will be flowing to you. And if you are making exempt supplies, be that input or output, credit will not flow. In such cases, any unutilized input tax credit is refunded back to you. If you are not using any input tax credit, if it is unutilized, then it will be given back to you. So these three things are very tedious and very important part for the government, right? So the provisions for unutilized credits are given in the section 54 of CGST Act. We will see these all into the refund chapter. Okay, section 54 relates to refunds. Thus, to avail 100% zero rating on supplies, provision and conditions of section this is exempt supplies, and 54, this is refunds, and section 16 zero rated supply of IGST Act has to be studied, right? The supplier of zero rated products does not have to collect GST on the products or services they sell, but are entitled to the benefits in the form of input tax credit. I repeat this, the supplier of zero rated products, zero rated means there are only two things, friends, please do not get confused. Zero rated means either it is export or SEZ. Okay, the supplier of export or the supplier of SEZ does not have to collect GST on the products, because it is zero rated. How can you collect it, right? Whatever you are selling, you cannot collect the GST from the customer, but are entitled to benefits in the form of input tax credits. This is interesting, right? Yes, how it works, we will see everything in the input tax credit chapter. We are only understanding the concept. Zero rate and exemptions. There is a certain definition given for the both of these terms, which both these terms, see, zero rate is different than exemption. Both have to be learned separately in order to avoid confusion. First, let us understand the concept of the classification of supplies under the GST. See, regular supplies we have, exempt supplies, and zero rated. Let me increase the size of this chart. Yeah. See, regular supplies, those supplies attract GST rate at 0%, more than 0%, that is regular supply. So what about zero, sir? Is this 0%, is this equal to zero rate? No. This 0% essentially means nil rated supply. 0% means nil rated supply. 0% does not mean zero rated supply. This means this. Okay. These are completely different things. Zero rated supply means these two only, export and SEZ. Please do not get confused. There is clear classification given. So exempt supplies have these three things, right? Nil rated, non-taxable and zero rated. Exempt supply has these three things, but for understanding classification, I have made it separately. So nil rated supplies, by notification government gives what are those products which will fall under 0% rate of tax. And non-taxable supplies, which are such supplies, which are such goods or which are such services which are not taxed at all in the GST, which are kept outside the purview of GST. See, supplies outside the purview of GST. So GST cannot see these things as GST Act. We know every act is also an artificial person. Okay. So this GST Act does not see these supplies as a supply under section 7 of CGST Act. I have to go a little technical, please concentrate. Excluded by GST Act, for example, petroleum and alcohol and electricity. These three things are kept outside the purview of GST, right? They are non-taxable supplies under the GST. They are exempt. And then zero rated, these two things. Hope it is understood, right? Now difference between nil rated, exempt, zero rated and non-GST supplies, we'll see these things in the next class. Okay, so hope this is all clear to you. Any doubts and clarifications, if required, please comment below this video. Try to understand the depth of this subject. This is going to help you. This is definitely going to help you in future, right? GST is an indirect tax, and we all are facilitated, we all are impacted by this act, right? See you next video. Thank you for watching this video.